What is up, guys? It's Chris with Everyday Chris, and welcome to my channel. I love Tesla, electric vehicles, tech, and I love reviewing them. So behind me is an amazing vehicle with over 600 miles of range. It looks beautiful. It's in this nice, beautiful stone gray color. And wait a second. This is a minivan. Wait, this better be the charge port. Oh, gas! Hey, did we know we're reviewing a minivan? Oh, they're paying me. Oh, got it. I love Kia, and this is a review of the all-new 2025 Kia Carnival. I'm just kidding. While Kia is sponsoring the video, as well as providing this loaner vehicle, I could say whatever I want about this car. If you haven't been following my channel, I did do a review where I compared Kia's all-electric EV9 versus the Tesla Model X. And while it is a great option, one issue I did face was the miles. 270 miles, that's it. You're gonna be charging a lot, which is why when they told me about this brand new bad boy, it has a hybrid engine with over 600 miles, I was intrigued. All right, so now we're in the Kia Carnival, but let's talk about the power, see how well this minivan drives. Ooh, the engine turned off, so dead silent. So already, I get a little bit of engine lag. 242 horsepower, when I floored it and it took like 3 or 4 seconds. Like, I'm not gonna be passing people on the interstate. It's pretty slow, but I have great visibility. I have my moonroof here, no blind spot, and it doesn't feel like I'm driving an SUV. It definitely feels heavier and bigger. So I do feel like I'm driving a minivan or a multi-purpose vehicle, but it's not a bad thing. I mean, I have kids in the back. I ain't gonna be flooring it and canyon carving in this thing. Very quiet interior. Take a look at my kids real quick, passenger view. That's so awesome. I love how Kia has a hybrid model, not just the gas model, because a lot of people, they're too afraid, especially to go on long road trips with the family, charging for 30 plus minutes. They don't have to worry about that range anxiety. With this one, you have 600 plus miles, full tank of gas, plus you get that battery backup, which makes it really good. Here we go. Oh God, it's tough. It's tough. And when I floor it, there we go, here we go. And I'm on power mode too. I floor it and wait for it to accelerate. So floor, 3 seconds, about 3 seconds for you to really feel the power. So they have a couple features. I don't really feel the features, but I think if I was to go to a normal minivan to this one, I'll feel it. Something called E-Ride, where it automatically adjusts the suspension based on the road conditions. E-Handling, which improves the suspension and tight turns, and it kind of knows. But still, even with those features, I still feel it's okay. It's not bad. It's not really, really bad. I think I've driven a Honda Odyssey before, and of course those rental minivans, and those are horrible. But this is probably one of the nicest minivans I've been able to drive, and at a very reasonable price too, which is nice. I love how it has a heads-up display, blind spot monitoring, a lot of safety features in this thing, which is really good, especially if you have a family vehicle. You want to do whatever you can to keep the family safe. But honestly, I could never see myself driving a classic soccer mom minivan, but this doesn't feel or look like a classic minivan, especially from the front and from the rear. So they did a good job of making it look like a really big SUV. Until you look at it from the side, you're like, oh, that's a minivan, all right. We're gonna put it on smart mode. And smart mode's nice because it kind of figures out how to drive. Whenever I brake, I charge the battery as well. So very similar to, like, you know, the Toyota Priuses. I'm sure everyone knows what a Toyota Prius is. Look, see, the electric motor and the battery work harmoniously together. So I don't feel that like lawnmower mode that I feel normally. Like, I want to pass this car, I'm going to pass it, I floor it a little bit, and I just passed that vehicle, which is great. But I am punching it. I'm flooring this thing. And I barely hit 60. I do miss the Tesla, I will have to say. Honestly, this would be a great car. Bring the kids to soccer, basketball, art class, come back home, chilling. We got a tight turn coming up here. Let's see if I can make it. I've screeched my tires more times than I can count using this minivan. Look at that, screeched it. Surprisingly, driving the minivan wasn't too bad, although it is a minivan, I will tell you that. They did a good job with the design. You got this blacked out mesh grille. This is, again, the blackout package. So they have blackout wheels, blackout roof rails, blackout accents. It's awesome. Front-facing camera for that 360-degree camera system. I really like their Starlight LED system, where like the daytime running light goes over this entire area here. The projector headlights are on the front, and they're super bright. Overall, really good projection at night. You also get that super confusing K and Kia logo, but it looks good in all black. Even the taillight have that star map lighting system, and overall it looks really, really good for a minivan, baby. You also have a nice digital rear view mirror, and there's a camera for that, but also another camera there as well. Overall, it looks really good, low profile, very easy to put stuff in and out of the trunk, and that's the whole point of a minivan. Now let's take a look at the second row of the minivan, or so they say, the multi-purpose vehicle. All-purpose power sliding doors, all automatic too. You can make it automatic, so when you come up to it, it opens automatically. The sliding doors that we talked about. Not as cool as the Model X, but I mean, still works great. Boom. Boom, look how fast that is. So one thing I love about Tesla Model X is that the Falcon Wing doors really go up and out of the way, so it's easier to put in kids in their child seat or put in dog. Because if you have a normal car and someone parks super close to you, you have like no space. But here's why my mind was blown, okay? What about the minivan? Like, that's the whole point of a minivan, right? So if I'm over here and I have no space, all I gotta do, push a button, the sliding door completely moves, and I have all this space to put a child seat or put a dog in and out with no hassle and maintenance that the Tesla Falcon Wing doors have. Mind blown! Now with the second row, especially if you get the top of the line trim, which is what this one is, it can come in 2 configurations. It's all free, which is really cool. You can get a 3-seat bench configuration, or you can get that awesome captain's chairs that I love. It comes with mood lighting, it's beautiful. Reclined seats, and that can be for the second row, which is another great option. But the cool thing about this second row bench style seating is not only are the seats incredibly comfortable, you can put this down, and this is cool. And look, you got a whole table right here. So you have a nice table, you have cup holders here, and that is a great feature or something nice to have. It's so comfortable, lots of headspace. You have dedicated air vents, you have dedicated climate control. You have this super cool camera at the top, and I'll talk about that in a second. You also have something called passenger talk, where you can use the mic to talk to the people in the back. And I love how there's a glass roof here. It brings in tons of light, makes it feel more open, but they took it one step further, and it's actually a powered moonroof. And I really love this feature, because you know, some people, they get sick in the back or they just want more lighting. This is a physical moonroof that you can open and close, which is awesome. You also have a privacy shade here if you wanted more privacy, and it's just really, really nice back here. You have cup holders on the side, and you can even recline these seats all the way back. So look how much I can recline this. And I have so much space. So I like also, they have this in all the other models, but you can adjust the seat in the passenger. If no one's sitting there, just move it front and back, gives you more space. It makes it so comfortable. It is nice, and I really, really like that. You also have a 12-volt cigarette outlet, and you have a 115-volt regular outlet, which is awesome. You have some storage back here, not too much storage, but it is nice. And on both sides of the chairs, you have that USB-C cable to charge like a cell phone. Lots of space. You have a nice little net here if you want to store stuff. You have a little hook thing, which is nice if you want to hang stuff. Also on the outside seats, you have elbow support. Makes it a little bit more comfortable, so that's nice. So I was really excited when I got the Kia Carnival, and I was about to go into the second row because this is a feature I love. You can't add a package. I think it's like $2,500. Totally worth it. Dual, like 14.6-inch screens right here. If you have kids, it's super useful. You can play YouTube, Netflix. It's awesome. Connect your phone, tablet, but that's cool. Unfortunately, mine doesn't have it. You can move the second row all the way forward, move it out of the way to give more space for the third row, which is nice. So there you go right here. I could just remove this entire second row if I wanted to. Then you have technically like a captain's chair situation. So I like that. A lot of versatility, and that's something really, really nice. Because for me personally, if I had a kid, they want to sit all in the third row, I would just kind of remove this middle seat, use it when I go on road trips or something. That way they have more space to get in and out without having to move this heavy chair all the time. And it's all customizable, and that's what's really nice. The second row is really, really good. But how about the third row? Let's go and check it out. Okay, so now we're in the third row, and I'm 6'3", not the most comfortable, I have to say. It is nice that they have headrests here that you could just kind of push up like that. So once I push up the headrest and I kind of come all the way back, my head doesn't touch, but if I'm here, my head touches. But I do like how there's dedicated air vents here. You got a nice LED light, cup holders, as well as another USB-C port to charge your phone. And what's cool is, look, I mean, kind of unnecessary, but if you want a little bit more privacy, they have a dedicated sunshade for the third row, which is kind of cool. If you wanted to, they also have 2 child anchor points here, so you can easily put 2 more child seats in the second row, which is nice. And I just noticed this. I don't know what this is because I don't have kids, but it's some sort of child tether seatbelt thing, I'm sure. sure if you have kids, you know what this is for, but they have this for the third row on the roof here. I honestly don't know why. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have a family. What is this supposed to be for? It looks like a seat belt, but on the ceiling? That can't be right. Overall, it's not too bad back here. Because if I move this forward and boom, and again, that's why I kind of like not having something in the middle row. That way, if there's taller people in the third row, they can kind of stretch their legs in that middle over there. But overall, it's not too bad back here. It's pretty good. So there's so much space in the Kia Carnival. They're cheating a little bit. There is no spare tire. So without a spare tire, you get so much trunk space with the third row up, which is crazy. And again, with the Kias, they make it so easy. Just pull here and comes down easily. And look at all this space you get. And if you wanted more trunk space, the cool thing is they make it very easy to put down the third row into this little cubby area. All you have to do is just pull this up and it goes right into that spot. Pull it up and there. And now you have like a nice flat surface if you want to put a ton of stuff. And that is a lot. Look at this. This is a lot of trunk space. Holy, this is nice. You can actually camp back here, but they don't have camp mode, unfortunately. You also have another 115-volt outlet, another cigarette port outlet, which is awesome. And you have a little bit of storage space on the left side. Here is where the tire sealant is for your portable air compressor. It's all here right there in case you get a flat tire. Tailgate is easily adjustable. It has an auto open and auto close tailgate if you wanted to do that in case your hands are full. And I really like that attention to detail, but so much space in the cargo area of the Kia Carnival. Okay, so now we're coming into the interior, and overall it's nice. I feel like I'm in an EV9. I like how it's very futuristic, right? You got this giant 12.3-inch display here. This is all touch sensitive. This has your driver display, tachometer. Still a lot of buttons, but it's not too much. You got the buttons on the steering wheel here, gear stocks. You have like a towing mode, brightness, traction control. The side is very nice designed. Bose sound system, which is cool. The one thing I'm kind of annoyed at is this display here. It's a touch sensitive display. You can control your climate as well as like your maps and menus. It was a little annoying to get used to, but now that I'm used to it, I know to always keep it on climate. And then it does have physical dials to control the temperature if you wanted to and push it to turn it off. They are like trying to make it more futuristic with less buttons, which I really enjoy. USB-C port, 12-volt cigarette outlet, Qi wireless charging, and even has a display to tell you like the status of the charging, which is awesome. The gear shifter is like this circle, looks like it's made out of glass, but it's not like a cheap plastic. Gloss black, which is what I hate. Look at all these fingerprints I'm creating. Premium stainless steel for the heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel, panoramic view monitor, park assist. Now, if you get the VIP package with the captain's chairs, it does come with ambient lighting. However, mine doesn't have any ambient lighting. Now, these are huge cup holders. They made it bigger so it could fit like a 32-ounce Hydro Flask, Trenta, Starbucks. You also have a little bit more storage if you have like an iPad or something on here. And you have a giant glove box here. So overall, it's very roomy and spacious. The seats are very comfortable. Not massage seats, unfortunately. I wish there was massage seats, but there isn't. Digital rear view mirror, lots of visibility, and it's overall a nice car to drive. Now, one cool thing is that they have a feature that hopefully it works. They said it's still in beta and they're trying to push the software. But if you say the words, "Hey Kia," "Hey Kia, open my window."
This feature is not available for that seat.
Okay, it didn't work. "Hey Kia, close my door."
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
Close the door. Hey Kia. Hey Kia, close my door. Okay, so that doesn't work. But apparently you can do some commands. There's a command list where you can open the window automatically. You can have the air vents move, and it knows what seat you're in. So if I'm in the passenger seat and I say open my window, it'll know and open the passenger window. However, unfortunately, I'm not able to get these to work. I don't know why, but that is something to keep in mind. I love the screen. You have a nice display here. You can customize everything. The display here is touch sensitive and it's pretty responsive, a little bit laggy, but overall it's doable. It's not bad at all. But what's cool is if you have kids, you can use something called passenger view. You can see what's going on, check on your kids, make sure they're not doing anything suspicious. And if they are doing anything suspicious, swipe down. Passenger talk, where you can use the microphones in the front and people can hear you. so they can hear me in the back talking, which is insane.
Hello everybody on YouTube. Everyday Chris, make sure to subscribe.
That is cool. Now here's something I never thought I'd see doing, opening the hood of an engine car. Normally we have a frunk with electric cars, but let's see what's under this bad boy. With the Kia Carnival, you get two options. This one is my favorite option. It's a 242 horsepower, 1.6 liter turbo hybrid engine. And overall it's not too bad. 33 miles per gallon average, giving you up to around 627 miles full on battery as well as the hybrid engine, which is so much. I mean, I drove 3 hours yesterday and my gas tank is still like barely at the full line, which is insane. They also have a purely gas option. Yuck. Don't get that one. If you do decide to get it, it does give you more horsepower, 287 horsepower, and it's a 3.5 liter V6. And that's better too if you do want to do some more towing and carrying heavier stuff. That's also an option for you as well. I did ask them about a plug-in possibly, but they're saying that their production is so cramped and so busy right now. It's not really an option for them right now to do a plug-in minivan. Oh, I gotta stop saying minivan. They don't like minivan. Multi-purpose vehicle. So is the Kia Carnival worth it? I mean, this is a great price for this vehicle. Guess how much? Guess how much? Let me know in the comments below. How much do you think a vehicle like this is worth compared to all the other minivans out there, the Sienna, the Odyssey? This is the top of the line trim and it's around $56,000, which isn't bad at all. I do wish it did have some cooler features. Like I know in that Sienna it does have like a built-in vacuum cleaner, built-in fridge. However, it costs way more money. But overall, for the cost, this multi-purpose vehicle is pretty multi-purpose. One thing I didn't realize if you have kids is not only are you carrying around your kids, you're also carrying around your kids' friends. Like if you take them to soccer games or something, you have to pick them up. So this is a great vehicle to haul around a bunch of people if you wanted to. And at the price point, I think it's a great buy. Overall, because it has a hybrid option with over 600 miles, it's a great option so you're not at the gas station so often. Anyways, guys, hope that video helped you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Is that? Was it a minivan?
Is that a minivan?
No?
No,
Doesn't look like a minivan, huh?
it does not. If it's a minivan,
Yeah.
it does not look like a minivan.
Crazy, right? I'm glad I'm not the only one.